Alright, so now I want you to go back and take a look at your puzzle cubes from the previous section. And if I was going to go through and identify these, I have an orange cube, I have a yellow cube, I have a blue cube, I have a green and a red, and the number of cubes on my orange was 4, yellow is 5, blue is 4, green is 8, red is 6. Now I'm getting that just from counting these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for some reason I have one that's 8, which is way outside the constraints, so none of you better have this as your answer on your homework. Again, I am showing you how you would do this. I'm not giving you answers. Let's say the mass of this was 18, 23, 17, 36, and 27. And now it wants you to calculate surface area. And I'm actually not a huge fan of this whole centimeter squared business. We didn't work with centimeters at all. So let's just crop that stuff out. We will cut and cut. You guys can scratch it off on your papers. I want the surface area in inches squared. I want the volume in inches cubed. And let's think of how we would do this. For you guys, I don't want you to go and measure your blocks because I already told you can take them home. So each block was supposed to be 0.75 inches, right? And the area of just one of these faces, like here, is going to be 0.75 times 0.75. Okay, so I take 0.75 times 0.75, I end up getting 0.5625. And on a cube like this one, a puzzle cube like this one, all I'd have to do is I'd count up the number of squares that are showing. I'd multiply that number by 0.5625. So for my orange one, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the back side would have another 4. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So O is going to be 18. So that's how many squares we showing if I count it all the way around. Times 0.5625. Same thing with my yellow, my red, and my blue, and my green. Right? Blue is actually identical to the orange. So those are going to have the same thing. My orange and my blue are both going to be 18 times this 0.5625. And if you get confused and you just want to say 18, oh, not 18, sorry. We have a front and a back that are the same. We have a left and a right that are the same. We have a top and a bottom that are the same. Doesn't matter what your puzzle cube looks like, front and back, top and bottom, left and right, they're going to have the same number of faces showing. Okay? Oh, except maybe this red. This red is tricky. Because it has a little cutout thing here. That kind of ruins my example. Let's look at the other ones, though, because most of you guys don't have that for an example. So, let's go with the yellow one next. I would say 0.5625, that's the area of one of these faces, times 2. That'd be the front and the back, the left and the right, the whatever. And I'd count just the squares on one of the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 4 plus, from this side over here, there's 1, 2, 3. Plus, and from the top, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 times 2 is 22. And y is going to be equal to 0.5625 times 22. Alright, my red piece. I'd look at this and I'd say there's, I don't know, I just have to go through and count the squares. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the front, 4 on the back. Cool. From this side, there's So that's 8. 4 on the front, 4 on the back. This side there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that are facing from this way. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from the top and the bottom, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 5 is 10. Times 0.5625. And that's going to be the same thing as 1826. 26 times 0.5625. Alright, so you can see how this pattern's going to go. I'm kind of running out of space, so I'm going to pause the video, do the math, and put into the surface area column here. So now I have all the surface area calculations done, and I calculate the volume. So I find the volume of just one cube. That'd be where'd my brush go? 0.75 times 0.75 times 0.75, and that would be equal to 0.42, and this is inches cubed, and that is the volume of just one of these cubes. Okay, so all I have to do is count up the number of cubes, 4, 5, 4, 8, 6, and I multiply it by 0.42. Okay, so for example, 4 times 0.42 is 1.68. If I take 5 times that, I get 2.1. 8 times that will give me 3.36. And 6 times that, 2.52. 4 and the 4 are the same, so this is the 1.68. The last column is density, and density is measured in mass per unit volume. So in this case, we have our mass here, grams, per unit volume, which is in cubic inches here. So all I have to do is take this number divided by this number and put that answer here. So 18 divided by 1.68 is going to give me 10.71. And I'll just keep going all the way down the list. Looks like we should get about the same thing, 10.71, for our density going all the way down. And this is what it should be. It should be pretty close to the same thing, no matter what. Alright, so good luck to you. That should be good for 3A and 3B.